Good afternoon everyone, this is Connor from ZenFinX, and today marks the beginning of the March 2021 forecast videos. To kick us off, I'm going to be analysing the most liquid pair in the Forex market. For those who don't know, this is the EURUSD market. And in this video, I'm going to analyse the situation from a fundamentals perspective. Lots going on right now, and this is going to really fuel our bias when we take a look at the charts. And we've seen the dollar rebounding mostly from lows this month, but March could be the month that we see some really nice upside in this pair. Okay, so let's have a look at the fundamentals, and what I'm going to do for this video is I'm going to spend a bit more time on the technical analysis because this is a forecast for March, and there's going to be lots of fundamental news coming out, and it's impossible to predict what's going to happen in the next month in terms of fundamentals apart from the obvious themes. So I'm going to go through some of them and go through some really important stuff that's coming up this week, and then spend a bit more time on the technicals. And then in 3 weeks time or 2 weeks time, I'll do an update on this video with some new fundamentals on there. So looking at things from a euro perspective, things will be dominated by the dollar with the events coming up which I've seen. However, we do have the prospects of a strong recovery that's supportive for the euro. This is mainly to do with the vaccine rollout, and this is a fact that it's probably going to remain unchanged throughout March. So this is something to hold on to. We did have some news released today on the Eurozone Consumer Price Index. Came in at 0.9% on a yearly basis, no dramatic change. But the important takeaway, I guess, is that there is nothing drastic at the moment which will change the outcome of EURUSD and the bullish nature of it at the moment. Now, more importantly, we have the dollar. It did fall to a near 6-week low over recent days. Attention is firmly on the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's semi-annual testimony to Congress. Now, he is expected to provide assurance that the Fed will not respond to higher inflation with an immediate rate hike. This is the worry at the moment. This could cause the dollar to drop even further. So, as always with these speeches, and it's always important to listen to what's he going to say. Now, his challenge, Jerome Powell's challenge, is to strike a balance between confidence in recovery, but not too much confidence that the bond market slide that we've seen over recent days turns into a real collapse. Now, can he find the right words to say? He normally does. As a whole, he will downplay the inflation. It should be enough for us to look for some great buying opportunities in the Euro-USD market. And it is this news that will likely shape the outcome of this pair in March. So make sure you're listening to this, guys. That's this evening. This is coming out. Okay, so we're on the chart now. I'm looking for buying opportunities from the fundamental bias that we're on, and we're looking good for buys on the chart as well. And I'm going to go through a couple of situations where we could find some nice buying opportunities. Now, just wanted to touch on the fact that this daily order block here, which broke a nice structure, has held nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this level here as, let's put it at the bottom of the order block, as our floor. So I can't really see price breaking below here during March. Floor of the market for March, as we know. This level held quite nice, and if you're using a buy from this level, then you could hold quite nicely. Now, when I zoom in more on the market structure, what I find really significant is around this level here, we failed to make any new lows, as in a break below here. So we actually made a higher low. Very interesting. What I'd like to mark as our daily take profit levels, a level which I think is now in focus quite a lot, is this 1.2 mark. Let's get that on the chart. As a daily take profit level, can't see much stopping price running up into here. We've had this, it's not much movement today, a little bit of a pullback. As we know, the Federal Chair is in focus for this evening. What I'm looking at as a longer term target for March would be around 1.235. If I just mark that as our target for end of March. Now, obviously, the moves have kind of happened from this order block, so you're probably thinking, well, where can I get into the market now? And I found something really interesting, actually. And if I delete this, I'm just going to go through an entry criteria that I've recently spotted. So what we have here, at this level here, this was the last point that sellers were in the market, yeah? So price actually run down. So when I actually mark this level here, this is what I like to call our daily fair value. Daily fair value, daily FV. And we can actually get some nice entries from here. You can see price already run into this daily fair value and actually rebounded quite nicely. So when I go onto a lower time frame, I look at where this happened. So the rebound's happening as we speak. This is the 5 minute. These are the rejections off of that fair value. Now, can we find any entries? It's a bit of a mess. So I'll go even further down into the 1 minute chart, and we can see a bit more structure forming here. So where do we have our first, what I like to call break of structure? Now I'm just looking at the chart here. So we're starting from here. Nothing broke. We run back down up to here. And I'd say our first break of structure, really, proper break of structure, would have been here. So from this level, price run up and broke this high here. And it also broke these here. So you've had a double break of structure. And I'll just mark that as market structure. Okay, so after that break of structure, this became our order block. Our order block entry, and as you can see, price run into this level and has since reacted quite nicely. I'm on the 1 minute chart at the moment, so things are moving quite quickly. I'm doing this. So if I cover this low here, we're looking at a 2.7 pip stop loss. We would have targeted, we're about 1.4 R at the moment. Not what we want, because if I zoom out and I look for roughly where our take profit would be, these daily highs at 1.216, and I extend that 216, we're looking at around a nice 12R trade. Okay, you could wait for the retest of this level to get in. By the time this video comes out, the move may have gone, but that means we still can catch continuations, I like to call them. So even if we didn't get this entry, if price runs back up to the upside, then we could have a buy off of, if I zoom in, because I want to make sure you can see it. If price continues to run up, then this is our next order block. So just follow the market price as we go, and we could find some really nice levels. So that's a really good buying opportunity from the daily chart all the way down onto the 1 minute to get us a really precise entry. Once I get off this video, I will actually be entering this trade myself, or at least setting in a buy limit. That was on the daily chart. So let's have a move down onto the, if I remove the drawings, so we're back on a blank chart. Let's get down to the 4 hour, shall we? And see if we can find some more buying opportunities from some key support levels. So we have actually had this break to the upside here. This is the previous high that was broken. Where did the move come from? You could argue it's from all the way from the bottom here, but we did have this mess in between. What I would like to mark is this as our 4 hour order block. So if we was looking for price to have more of a correction and enter off a lower level, this would be the level that I would be looking at on the 4 hour chart. This same level can actually be shrunk into a smaller area, because refinement is something that is really important in forex trading. And we can now change this to the, so the 4 hour order block is our H1, but it's come from the 4 hour. So this is the power of refinement. So what I'd be looking for is for price to run into this 4 hour block here, and then we can have our bounce to the upside and have our take profits as those daily levels that are marked, the 1.22 for example. That's going to be a level that I can see coming in the next few days, definitely. And if I just have a quick touch on a couple of the indicators just to see where we're at in terms of relative strength at the moment. we're sitting like it was on the daily around fair value. There's room for upside. Really important to listen out to the Jerome Powell's testifying this evening. Listen out to that. That's going to be huge. Other than that, guys, yeah, that's it for Euro USD. Buying opportunities is what I'm going to be looking for March, most definitely. If you could please like, subscribe and share this video to anyone who you feel would benefit from it. Everyone at Zenfinex really appreciates all the comments. Our videos have been getting some really nice views recently. As always, with any questions, you can message me directly on my Instagram, or you can drop a comment in the comments section as well. I'll always be happy to help, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the update for this in a few weeks. So cheers, guys.